folks, we're hunkered down on our knees here looking for these mushrooms. I think I just found one, maybe two. I'm gonna try to zoom in on it with the camera. I don't want to walk around much because the more you walk around, the more you step on these things. It's good to I like to get at the bottom of a hill, get down on my knees and just kind of look up the hill. Just kind of makes the mushrooms stand out better. Let me turn this camera around here and zoom in on it. See him there? Oops, right there. Camera don't look too good when you zoom in. It's a little blurry, but we're gonna walk up there in just a second and look at it. Like I say, it's a good idea to just kind of not be in no hurry after you find that first one, because usually where there's one, there's more. So it's good to just kind of stay put and look around for a little bit before you go grabbing that first one. Just kind of remember where he is. And just like that, folks, I haven't even started walking towards that first one that I zoomed in on to show you. I literally stood up and I was standing right over top of two of them. One and two. One, two. Let me squat back down here and pick these rascals before we take another step. There's something about this tree bark and this moss and these shady locations, but they are so easy to overlook. My mom's done been in here 2 or 3 times picking these rascals. Something else you don't want to do, you don't want to pull that root system out of the soil. You want to try to clip him off with a knife or a pair of scissors. Of course, I don't have either, but I'm just going to try to pinch it. Yeah, see how we left that root system in the ground? Maybe he'll grow another one day, but there's one. Lay him down here. Alright, there's two. And something else I encourage people to do when they go mushroom hunting is to take one of these. Potato sack or an onion sack, because them mushrooms have millions of little spores in them. And if you just put them in a plastic bag, those spores aren't going to release back into the soil as you're walking around. Because as you're walking around, shaking that bag or whatever, them spores should be falling back into the dirt, possibly promoting more mushroom growth for the following year. But yeah, there's that one right up there that I showed you just a minute ago. We've not even made it to him. It's hard to say actually what's down below us that I missed bebopping along, walking too quick. I think I see another one. Yeah, there's another one right there. I mean, they're in here and they are just so easily overlooked. I just found another one right there. So there's 1, 2, 3, I think there's a couple more. I think there's 5 that I've not picked. I'm literally on my hands and knees here, crawling, doing that. I don't know if that last little shot I took, last little take that I shot took or not, but I'm literally on my knees here, and I'm really just kind of scanning around before I move. I'm kind of looking uphill a little bit. Just trying to be careful not to pass any up. Another decent one. And make a nice little side dish. Go with some soup, beans, and cornbread or something. There's that other one right there. They like that moss. But they also like these big dead trees too. Look right there. There's one. And there's another one. Every time I move to one, I spot a new one before I even pick it. So I've not picked any more yet. Every time I move, I find another one. I was getting ready to pick that one. I knew that little guy was already there, and then after I moved, I seen 2 more. See that dark thing right there? That's one laid over on its side, probably the biggest one yet. And then right up the hill from him is another one right there. This camera, it just, the more you zoom it in on this phone, the blurrier it gets. Good looking mushroom. Furnace Mountain never disappoints. I'll have to leave that little guy for seed, but I'm greedy. Who knows, I may chop him up, put him in a blender. That'd be a good one to put in a blender. Try to make a one thing to remember is just don't get in no big hurry. Everybody's in a hurry until when they can't find them, you know, they're walking around. At least that's how I am. Some people get in a hurry after they find them, but that's the wrong time to get in a hurry. I'm bad about getting in a hurry if I ain't finding them. I'm gonna take off running until I find the first one. Once you find that first one, I've not got up off my knees. I've been on my knees looking up this hillside, and every time I move, crawl from one mushroom to the next, I look up and I'm like, oh, there's another one. Oh, there's another one. That's how I have the most luck. Something done broke him off, but he's still moist. He ain't dried out. That's the last one that I see. I ain't spotted no more yet. I'm gonna say I've got about 9 or 10 at least so far. So there's my ladder stand I was telling y'all about. Right over there, and there's where I had that bait pile on that last video that I made when I was hunting over here. That ice storm last winter, not this past winter, but the winter before last, or winter of 2020 going into 2021, had that ice storm, and it just destroyed the trees around here. I mean, it just made this place difficult to hunt because the trees are just down everywhere like that. But and it's not like I put my ladder stand in a bad spot, because there's a good trail that comes right through here, and there's a bunch of trails that intersect over there where those trees are, and there's actually a trail that comes right almost under my ladder stand where it's at, but there's just trails everywhere in here. I hate to move my ladder stand, and I may not. I may leave it where it's at, and I may just put me a different stand over there, even though it's only not even 75, 80 yards away from it, but maybe not even that far. We're going to keep looking for these mushrooms. I firmly believe that they relate to the root systems in these trees. So we've searched the uphill side of that tree. Now we're going to go down and search the downhill side of that tree. But we're going to start way low and work our way up to it. I've only got about an hour left, so I got to kind of speed things up a little bit. I'll go down here and just kind of look around for a minute, maybe try to hit one more spot before I leave. Try to hurry up because I've got places to be today. The thing I am paranoid about is these bags. They are easy to tear a hole, and if you tear a hole in them, you could potentially lose your mushrooms. So I'm kind of anal about checking them, making sure I don't have any holes tore in it, because there's been a time or two get back to the truck or the house and be like, that bag's like, I know there was more mushrooms in that bag than what's in there. Looks like it's about half empty. It's because you had a hole in it, dummy. But my suspicions were correct. Well, where is he at? There he is. You can't take your eyes off of him or you'll lose them. Let's see, there he is right there. Like I say, these cameras just don't do great when you zoom them in, but watch where I'm stepping. I'm sure there's more here. It's just having the time to dissect the area. Okay, I'll leave that in the ground. But it's these dark, shady. See, I'm pointing to my phone straight up at the sun, and you know, it's dark here where I'm at from all these leaves and trees. You can see a little bit of the sun rays coming through, but like this right here is just a big mound of dirt with a lot of moss matted on it, and this whole area just retains all this moisture, and that is two important ingredients: shade and moisture. And I think with this moss, it's a bonus. Well, folks, just when I thought I wasn't going to find no more, see him there? Looks like a pretty good one. So I've moved to another little area because I'm about to run out of time here, and it's a spot where I've found them in the past. Once again, same characteristics. Shady, moist, a lot of moss on the ground. We're going to spend about 30 more minutes here looking around and see if we can't find a few more before we call it quits. I'll show you what the area looks like. It's just a big mossy knoll up there. And all along this hillside here, it's real shady down in here. There's just moss growing on everything here. We're going to look around for a few minutes and we're going to have to be done for the day. Well, folks, I did all the damage I could do in 2 hours. Feel like it was a productive day anyway. Got to do a little turkey scouting. Of course, we didn't hear anything. This weather's just been too cold for them, I think. Let's look at our mushrooms real quick here. Count them. Hold on just a second. Well, we only ended up with 12 today, but still I say not bad for roughly an hour and a half, not quite 2 hours of hard hunting. Like I say, I was doing other stuff. I was scouting, trying to figure out where I'm going to put a tree stand for deer season and listening for turkeys and everything else, but we got 12. We're going to get them home and slice them up, soak them in some salt water, and then they're going to go in my belly. But yeah, guys, next time you see me, it'll probably be on Taylorsville Lake, trying to catch them big slab crappies on the banks. Till then, take care. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Later.